Hello, hello. Thank you to you guys who watch this in the replay later on. Not too much going on this morning, just trying to get a few things done, feeding the chickens, need to get some laundry done, doing a few YouTube things I needed to do, sharing some videos, things like that, and have to go back to the post office because I have not received my chocolate mint from Adrian at Indiana Backyard Gardener. So I need to go back to the post office to check again for that. I want to try to get it the first day it gets here and go ahead and get it in the ground. So hopefully it will live. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I do have some brand new soil, like store-bought soil, that I can kind of like put around it when I get it going on. So I do have that. I considered putting it in a bucket, but I want it to have some room to spread, but not too much room to spread. So sitting here just trying to decide where to put it. Hello, Troy Sutton. Welcome in. So anyway, I went to my mom's town to see my mom, and she gave me like a little sewing lesson, and my hair's kind of sticking up right here. She gave me a little bit of sewing lesson, and we went to Hobby Lobby and bought something for her birthday. That was really fun. We looked around there. We looked around Walmart. What else did we do? Oh, yeah. And we watched about 3 girly movies. I think where I got 6 in my mind was it probably lasted about 6 hours. Those are about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So I was up kind of late and I was kind of tired when I drove back yesterday. But anyway, and I wanted to take her out for her birthday, like a belated birthday thing. So she had this sandwich place that she wanted to go to. So we bought the sandwich. I bought the sandwiches and we took them back to the house. She said she'd rather eat it back at the house. I was like, okay, that's fine. So that's what we did. We kind of had just like a girls' couple of days. The older your parents get, the more you like just want to spend time with them because you just never know what things are going to happen, how much longer you're going to have them for. So that's exciting, just getting to do stuff with her. So everybody's like, what did you make? I'm like, it's my first time sewing. So I just made like this little simple pouch thing, just sewing in the sides and the top and then sewing it in and making like a little flap for it. I'm just going to use it to put makeup in for the homeless people because they don't really care if I messed up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to use it for. But anyway, I think my first real project is going to be to make an apron. So Mom said when I go to make an apron to bring an apron with me. So I think I'll do that. I'll just I may even bring more than one, and we'll pick which design we want to use. She said she wishes she still had the patterns of the apron she had made. I'll probably order a pattern eventually. Hello, P&J's Homestead Adventures. How are you? How are you guys? So that's it. My first sewing lesson. So Kathleen with My Alabama Farm Life sent me a brand new Singer sewing machine. So I had my first little lesson. And I told my mom that I would just keep it there while I'm learning. And then also she was having a little bit of trouble with hers. So I said, well, just use it on whatever projects you have. And then I'll just keep coming back for lessons. And once I get it down and I figured it out, I'll bring it back to the house, once I can go on my own and do things. So we'll do that. Anyway, so I have to go back for another lesson. And we didn't do any ministry at all this time. Well, we did give out 2 bags, but we didn't, we didn't do our normal thing that we do. But we usually always have bags with us because, we want to make sure that. Hello, Anne. How are you? Yep. So that's pretty much it. So I thought maybe Luann might come up with me today, but it looks like she might be busy. She said she might be busy with her husband today. So, yeah. I'm trying to read through Proverbs, but I really don't like myself reading. That is not my favorite thing to do on a video. Hello, Rick with Twin Brook Acres. Listening. Thank you. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. Yeah. So not really any big plans for this weekend. Not too much. Probably do some work out in the yard. Most of my garden got eaten up by bugs. I'm still watering some little pieces of it. But I would say my gardening year is pretty much over. It just got so overwhelming, the bugs. This is my first year in my over 9 years of being in this house. My first year to get so totally attacked by bugs. And it's kind of discouraging. So I decided I'd just water a few of my little flowers and things, and otherwise just kind of start composting and getting everything ready for next year. What else can I do? So every morning, you've got the coffee pot right there. Every morning, my hubby puts the coffee filters in a bowl, and he just keeps adding them to the bowl until I take them out, and I compost them in the garden. And I kind of like pull out the, I don't know, PJ, I'm so discouraged. It's so awful. You have no idea how many, where do I even plant it? There was bugs everywhere. Like, I feel like if I planted anything, the bugs would just attack it too. I tried a second crop of zucchini, and it looks like something's already gotten that too. So I just don't know. What would be the point of it if it's just going to get eaten too? I don't know. Like I say, I'm just tired of it. I think what I'll do is next year, I'm going to come up with a plan. So every year, if I have a problem in the garden, my goal is always to fix that problem next year. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to surround all my plants with all the things the bugs hate: radishes, marigolds, nasturtiums, all the things they can't stand the smell of, mint, onions, all those things. I'm just going to surround everything. Yeah, maybe. The only really areas I could use, in my opinion, would be areas that did not get attacked by the bugs. But I need to decide where I'm going to put my mint, because literally I should be getting it any time now. Hello to Bud Files. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they were just talking about the fall garden. I said, I don't know if I'm going to do one. I don't know. I might. They did say that the bugs kind of die off by the end of July, and that if you planted like in August or the very end of July, that you wouldn't get so attacked by bugs. I don't know if that's true or not. Have you ever had a fall garden attacked by bugs? Anybody? Just curious. Oh, Kathleen, I tried out my sewing machine. I went in for my sewing lesson. Today's Friday, Wednesday, and then I stayed the night with my mom. So I had my sewing lesson on Wednesday, and then on Thursday morning, we got up and we went to Hobby Lobby and we both picked out one item, one fall item each. I decided on a fall sign. I got one that says pumpkins on it and it has 3 pumpkins stacked on each other. It's one of those long signs that you put like by your front door. I've been meaning to get one of those for like a long time. So I finally broke down and decided to go ahead and get my sign. And then Mom picked out a copper pumpkin and it had, like some pretty stems and bow or whatever on top, but it was made out of copper. She said, if I buy this copper, I won't have to worry about breaking it. And I was like, well, that's true. Because she's kind of dropped a few things lately, like coffee cups. And she dropped a piece of her decor last year. But yeah, she's kind of had the dropsies lately. So she's worried about dropping more stuff. Yeah. My first project I want to do is a apron. And I'll probably just make one for myself first. That way, if it's not perfect, it won't matter because it's for me. And then later, of course, I might go on and make one to give away or something. Hello, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. And then I would like to try a quilt. Maybe make one for my daughter, the one that just got married. Maybe make one for her and her new husband. Of course, it won't be for this Christmas or anything. It would probably be for like 2025 Christmas, because quilts take a long time. So I've heard. And Mom said she would help me with it. So it's cool. But anyway, I left the sewing machine there, and I'm just going to go back there and get my lessons. And then once I have everything kind of down to where I don't need help anymore, then I'll bring it back to my house. But it's going to stay on my mom's table until I get everything down, and I'll just keep going back for my lessons. She said I did really good, so I'm happy. I'm proud of that. I got a little video clip that's going to come out on Monday. I shared your garden tour playlist. Great Gardens Growing also shared this live. Thank you, P&J. I appreciate it. Paul and Jason. Thank you. Much appreciated. So right now I'm lacking about 621 watch hours to reach the full level of monetization for this channel. So if anybody wants to exchange playlist, you can send me an email. GailSouthernLiving@gmail.com. Yeah. I might try a fall garden. We'll see. I would like to plant some more lettuce. It would be nice. Maybe a slightly shaded area. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first lesson. I thought it went really well. I'll set up another day. Yeah. I put in a lot of work to get that first level of monetization, and really that is the most financially beneficial part of the monetization is the level 1, the memberships and super chats. But after you do reach that level, you're like, well, I do want to go ahead and finish, because then you can get ads on your videos. And they're doing ads on your videos now, but you're not getting the revenue for it. And then, and also on your lives, you can get ads on your lives. Yeah. Cilantro would be great. Oh, you're out of seeds. Uh-oh. Oh, letting what you have go to seed. Yeah. I've had my cilantro seeds for a long time, and I just keep planting it. I don't even know how long I've had it, but every year it comes up. So Cilantro seeds are one of those that really will last a long time. And I was trying to decide what to do with all my 4 o'clock seeds because I harvested a ton of 4 o'clock seeds. So I bagged them all up in little bags, and I think I'm going to give them out at Pinecone Fest. I think that's what I decided I'm going to do. Instead of mailing it out to people, I'll just give it out with my stickers. Anybody have any exciting plans going on this weekend? I don't have anything going on. I'll look at my calendar, but yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be a great way to give out. I thought I would just take some little snack baggies and put some seeds and some stickers in all of them. And I just ordered some stickers for Gail Southern Living with my new Critter Creek logo on it. So I just ordered a small one. I'll have to just keep ordering some. But anyway, Sticker Mule had sent me a deal, 10 stickers for $9. So I just ordered a little 10-pack. Oh man. Yeah. Sorry about your hubby getting delayed. That must be bad. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Doing the inside chores. Yeah, I have some inside chores to do. I have to decide what I'm going to have for dinner too, so I can have it kind of ready. I considered making breakfast burritos for dinner because we have a lot of eggs, and I think we have some bacon in the freezer. So I thought I could thaw out the bacon, and we could do like eggs, bacon, cheese, maybe even potato, and have like a breakfast burrito for dinner. Doesn't that sound good? Mm. Hello, Kristen, Bella's Whisper Farmstead. How are you? I think Jan is having on Ken from It's All About Biology. I think she's interviewing him tonight on her live. Breakfast burritos are awesome. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm considering breakfast just because I filled up I filled up a carton with all the biggest size eggs to sell. Then I filled up the carton that we put ours in, but we keep some of the little ones. And then there's still some of the bowl that wouldn't fit in there. And I was like, I think I might just make some breakfast burritos tonight. Use up some of those eggs. So I'm going to dig in there and see if I can find some bacon. But I believe we have a little partial pack of bacon which would be perfect. So bacon, eggs, cheese, potato. That would be a pretty good burrito right there. Actually, a breakfast burrito sounds really good right now. There's actually a place that does breakfast burritos all day long. It's like a burrito stand, like a drive-through. You just drive through. They take cash only. You give them your $5 and you get your burrito. It's pretty cool. I guess I'm starting to get hungry. Hello, Blue Self-Reliance. How are you? Yeah. So, are you co-hosting this collaboration? You are, aren't you? The Around the World one. I did a little bit of research on that this morning. And for my channel, the collaboration put on by Kettle Kitchen and Blue Self-Reliance, and there might even be a couple of other channels doing it. But it's like around the world. And you basically, like for my other channel, for Gail Southern Living, I had to pick a country with the letter G. So I picked Greece. And so I'm going to make a Greek recipe, and I'm going to name out 5 facts about Greece. And I'm going to put up the flag. And I'm going to show where it is on the map. Anyway, I pulled up everything. So basically now I just have to pick out my, I even picked out my facts. All I have to do now is pick out my recipe. I got all the other 4 things on the list done. Hello, sweet Melissa. How are you? Did I miss somebody else? Somebody else come in. Let me double check. Kristen, Rick, Paula, Blue, Ann, Melissa. Okay, I thought I had missed somebody. These names scrolling across the bottom are the members for this channel. So right now the members will all fit on there. I'm sure they won't always fit on there, but they do fit on there right now. Yeah. We're getting a new Broken Hearts Ministry logo is being made right now. Oh, Linda from Another Time. That's who I meant to say hi to. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hello, DJ at DJ's Travel and Gardening with DJ. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know. I might decide to do a few things in the fall garden, but it's so discouraging when everything you plant just gets attacked by bugs. So, I had squash bugs, vine borers, white flies, pill bugs, crickets, some other unidentifiable bug that had arms or legs. It was just the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen. But yeah, I have had so many crazy bugs in my yard. It's not even funny. And I've never, in all my years of living in this house, I've never had bugs like this. I would have a little bit of ants. That's it. But this year, the bugs are just crazy. I mean, it's just insane, the amount of bugs I've had. It's really bad. But yeah, I would like to have a second crop of lettuce. I'd like to put up some cilantro. I got all my onions put up. I did finish putting up all my onions. I still have Mariana tomatoes because I harvested all the Mariana tomatoes from the Survival Seed collab. Yeah, this is like the worst year I've ever had with bugs. I don't know if the weather has anything to do with it. I'm no scientist, but I hope we have a really, really cold winter because I need those bugs to die off. I have actually already started composting things for next year. I am supposed to be planting garlic. Simply Jan Homestead is sending me some to plant. So I do plan on planting that. And I also plan on planting the chocolate mint from Indiana Backyard Gardener that I won. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got everything. We got all kinds of bugs this year. It's crazy. It's insane. And I heard once you've had those bugs, they come back up next year right in that same area. So my plan of what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to plant everything they hate everywhere and just see if I can run them out of my yard with all the smells they hate. Marigolds and radishes and nasturtiums and garlic and onions and all the things. So my squash bed was the one that was attacked by the vine borers. and some of my pumpkins. So I didn't get any pumpkins at all this year. I usually always get, 1 to 5 pumpkins every year. Last year I got like 3 regular pumpkins, 2 white pumpkins, and some birdhouse gourds and a couple of other gourds. This year I didn't get anything in the wild garden at all except for 1 cantaloupe that got attacked by some bugs. That's it. It's a super bad year because my wild garden always does really, really super well, but not this year. So I'm going to work on composting it really well, making sure it's ready to go. And then whatever I plant, I'll probably plant in the middle of the circle of the wild garden. And on the outside, I'm going to plant all the things that run off the bugs. That's going to be my plan. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. That's the plan I have decided upon. Weeds, bugs, rabbits are all going. Yeah, it's been kind of a rough year. Looking forward to 2025 where I can start over brand new and hope for the best. Because right now I've been hit by the bugs so hard I have no hope anymore. It's like, oh. And when they went after my second planting of squash, that's when I got discouraged. But maybe I didn't wait late enough to plant them. I don't know. I don't know. One of these years, I'd like to figure out how to do to get the pumpkins down to where I can get some big ones. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Like I said, I usually get 1 to 5 a year, but this year I didn't get any. Your winter project, yeah. I'd like to start in the mornings and in the evenings when it's kind of cool outside, start kind of getting ready. Getting ready for next year, getting things composted, getting some eggshells and getting those baked and crumbled and, or crumbled or powdered and ready to go for next year. Yeah, some other people say that some of the problems with bugs have to do with the rain or too much rain or lack of rain, something to do with that. I really don't know what makes the bugs worse. What supplies are we running low on? Well, there's always, just your basic food, For August, Mom's going to do 20 bags. I'm going to do 20 bags, and we're going to do 40 total because we're going to the Salvation Army. And this time, our whole entire church is going. So like snacky foods to put on top, stuff like that. Always anything toiletries is always good. Wash rags for the face. Mittens and hats and scarves, things for the winter. So if you make anything like that, that's awesome. Yeah. I usually buy in the winter the things I'm going to use for gardening. I have my budget is kind of sporadic. So I kind of start buying up the bone meal and the different things I want for the garden. I start buying it like from fall through spring, all the way through the winter, and just kind of putting it up. And then whatever I have, that's pretty much what I'm going to have for the year. I mean, I don't have just a completely unlimited budget for everything. Yeah, I've grown the pumpkins, but not big ones, just regular ones, and absolutely nothing this year. Last year, it's weird because last year I had lots of stuff out there, and I had lots of cantaloupe. I had a really big cantaloupe harvest last year. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm going to work on just getting it amended, taking care of all the nutrients, making sure there's enough of everything it needs in there. Pumpkins are greedy and love poop, lots and lots of poop. Yeah, I know. I think when I get ready for amending, instead of saving the wild garden for last, like I do sometimes, I'm going to when we clean the chicken coop out, I'm just going to clean it straight into the wild garden so it will have lots of poop, like you say, in there. So, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Some of the pumpkins are in the wild garden, and some of them are in I have little stations back there that are spread apart a couple of feet. And I'd planned for it just to go crazy back there. And all my plans, just the bugs took care of all my plans. Yeah, I do lots and lots of amending. Yeah. See, and if I do it now, I have about 8 months that my amendments will be sitting there. So yeah. Yeah, I usually do it about around this. August through October, I usually do my amendments. And then I plant in it around March or April. So, and yeah, I did learn quite a bit about pure manure. That's cool. Yeah, we didn't do any tilling this year. We didn't use the tiller at all. We just did the layers like you're saying. But I can't say it was a completely bust year because I did harvest sorry, Mariana, a bunch of Mariana tomatoes, cilantro, lettuce, evergreen bunching onions, cucumbers. I had lots of zinnias. I had some butternut squash, spaghetti squash. So, I mean, yeah, I'm done for the year right now. But if you look at everything that I planted, I had about an average harvest this year for me. Well, if I had bugs in that area, I do pull it up and put that in the trash and get rid of it. But if I didn't have bugs in that area, I will leave part of it there, to um, put nutrients into the soil. But I had a lot of areas. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's actually getting something worked on right now. It's brand new, but something's wrong with the solar lights on it. So it's actually in the shop right now. But our big time that we're going to use it pretty much is going to be for Pinecone Fest. Yeah. So I've already had my harvest for the year. I had lots of zucchini, quite a few. I had enough butternut squash. I mean, there's some of those things I would have liked to have had more of, but I did get a pretty good harvest of all that. Listing from A to F, I would say I had about a C average garden this year. I had a pretty good harvest of everything. I mean, I put up quite a bit of. I still have zucchini left and butternut squash and and spaghetti squash. I still have all the squashes left. And I harvested all the onions and I chopped them up, put them in the freezer. And then if I'm cooking something, I don't have to sit there and chop onions. I can just pour it in to whatever I'm cooking. And there you go. I have onions for as long as they last. Yeah. Well, normally I wouldn't be stopping my gardening until August. But I stopped in July this year because of the bugs. Now, I am still watering a few things out there. I still have parsley. I still have flowers. I still have ground cherries. Still have a few things. I harvested a lot of ground cherries this year. Yeah. But yeah, once the bugs start, you're just like, I'm good. You know, I had my gardening season, and I'm just gonna try to focus on some other things for now, and try to focus on the things to improve the garden for next year. I do a lot of composting in place. I also have an area of the garden that's meant for making compost, for making my own soil. So this year I did about 50-50, half soil store bought, half soil from the yard. Next year I'd like to go, maybe 75-25. Eventually I'd like to get to 100% of using just my own soil that I make. But we're working toward that direction. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's the goal. But yeah, I do a lot of layers too. A lot of composting in place instead of having to haul everything all the time. I'll just go ahead and start putting my eggshells and my banana peels and my coffee grounds and all those things. I'll start trying to make up that stuff now and letting it sit. And hello, Nancy, our treasured home. Sorry, my allergies are bad today for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my allergies. I'm all choked up. I walked around in the yard a little bit this morning, not too much, just a tiny bit.